welcome to this edition of Canton Contact. I'm your host, Peg Stevens. My first guest today is here to tell us about a delightful new children's musical that is making its world premiere at the Village Theater at Cherry Hill. Joining me now with all of the exciting details is Canton Performing Arts Coordinator, Ben Frick. Ben, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here.
I was thrilled to hear about this world premiere that's coming to the Village Theater at Cherry Hill. What can we see in August?
Yeah, so like you said, it's a world premiere. It's a children's musical based on a book by a local author. In the book, Emus on the Loose, a bunch of emus get loose from a farm in Kalamazoo. It's a semi-true story, and they explore different places in Kalamazoo. For the play, it's a little bit different. They do get loose from Kalamazoo, but they journey a little farther and they hit kind of some different spots in Michigan. So they start in Kalamazoo, they hit Lansing, they hit Detroit, they go to Mackinac, back down to Muskegon and back home. So they hit a lot of different landmarks that everybody knows. It's fun, it's slightly educational. You learn a little bit about Michigan, a little bit about emus, and it's just a fun play.
Oh, it definitely sounds like it. Now, how did this musical come to be?
Yeah, so the author Steve Boughton and his wife Beth Boughton, they've written a couple of children's books, Emus on the Loose, and then also Francisco Takes Flight. I've known Steve for many years, and at the Village Theater we were talking about doing some new programming and how we wanted to do a little more family programming. And I approached Steve and said, what would you think about adapting one of your books into a play? Steve loved the idea and kind of got right to work on it. I started working with him, and we finished the first draft of it, which was just called Emus on the Loose, and then we kind of said, you know, I feel like we're missing an opportunity to call this an e-musical. And it was kind of like, well, can we do that? And then we did that. So it's been evolving, and we've done several drafts, and we're in rehearsals, and you know, the cast is great to work with, and they're rolling with the punches as we're throwing out new lines and new songs and things like that. But we're having a great time with it. It's a really fun show. Like I said, it's for kids, but there's definitely some content in there for bigger kids as well. But it should be a really fun show.
Excellent. So it started out as a children's book.
Correct.
And then, but I understand that it was based on some real life events?
Yes, so in Kalamazoo, this farm, there was actually, I think, 6 emus at the time. There was a storm, a tree branch came down, it scared them, they got loose in Kalamazoo, and then they had to have different people looking for them, and there was deputies' body cam footage of trying to bring in these loose emus. There were, I think there was hashtag I'm safe from an emu and things like that. So they eventually got them back to the farm, but that's what sparked the idea for the book.
Oh, what a neat idea.
Yeah.
And were they all saved? Were they all rescued?
They were all good, all safe, all back home and ready to go.
Excellent. And then in terms of taking that story and then adapting it for the stage and then making a musical, what sort of challenges did you face?
Well, in the book, obviously, it's very Kalamazoo focused. We wanted to branch out a little more throughout Michigan. One of the challenges was, you know, it's a children's show, so we want to keep it relatively short. As we were writing, we were like, there's a lot of cool places in Michigan, because we'd originally, you know, go to the UP and go here and go here, and we had to really pare it down and kind of say, okay, we got to pick, you know, 3, 4, 5 locations to really bring it in. We changed a couple things from the book based on casting. Like I said, in the book, there's 6 emus. We took it down to 4, and we just kind of doubled up some different characterizations and things like that. So the biggest challenge, though, was trying to get as much content as we could into a short amount of time.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the musical component, I know that all fell on your shoulders.
Yeah.
How was it? How were you inspired to come up with music for a musical?
It was interesting. Like I said, we just kind of had the idea, and it was one of those, can we do this? And it just kind of happened. And the way I approach music, I have to be careful calling myself a musician, because I'm not actually a trained, like I can't read music, I can't do anything like that, but I can kind of hear it in my head and plunk it out and play it. So the cast has been very patient with me as I'm trying to teach them songs in a non-musical way. But, you know, Steve has helped with writing the lyrics and things like that, and it's a very collaborative process, not just with Steve, but with the whole cast in general.
Oh, well, it sounds incredible. Why don't you tell us when the performances are taking place?
Yep, so it's the last weekend in August. There's a Friday, and I believe it's the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Friday is a 7 p.m. performance. There are 2 performances on Saturday, 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. The Saturday performances will each be followed by an art workshop, and we're hoping to get the original artist from the book to lead that art workshop, and some snacks. You can always meet the emu characters. The author will be there for book signings. So just a lot of fun surrounding the entire event.
Oh, it sounds like it. Now, how much are tickets and where can folks purchase them?
Tickets are $10. You can purchase them online, cantonvillagetheater.org, at our box office at the theater, anywhere you get tickets for our other shows.
Excellent. Now, what ages should attend?
Sure. It's good for really everybody. We're recommending ages 6 and up. There's no content that's, necessarily because you have to be 6. It just may go over the heads of smaller kids. But like I said, there's content for adults, middle school kids, high school kids. There's jokes in there that they'll get. So it's really good for everybody.
Oh, it definitely sounds like it. Well, we are almost out of time, so if you wouldn't mind just recapping and telling folks where and when and how they can get tickets.
Sure. Yep. Emus on the Loose, an e-musical, world premiere children's musical at the Village Theater, August 28th through 30th. Tickets are $10 and they can be purchased at cantonvillagetheater.org.
Oh, Ben, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us how we can all take advantage of seeing the world premiere of Emus on the Loose.
Happy to be here.
We will be right back with more Canton Contact. Welcome back to Canton Contact. Joining me now to tell us all about Canton's upcoming fine arts exhibition, as well as several gallery exhibitions in Cherry Hill Village, is Canton Fine Arts Coordinator, Jennifer Collins. Jennifer, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I understand that preparations are underway for the 32nd Annual Fine Arts Exhibition.
Yes, we have an open call for artists going on right now. It's going to be our 32nd year having the Canton Fine Arts Exhibition. It's a wonderful, wonderful exhibit, and we call for all sorts of mediums and all sorts of artists from the Southeast Michigan area.
Oh, how exciting. 32 years, that's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you mentioned the different mediums. What can folks submit in terms of to be selected?
Yeah, so we accept all sorts of mediums, oil, watercolor, sculpture. We have had multiple different ones throughout the year. Each year, our exhibit's kind of composed of whatever is selected from our juror. We've also had like mosaics and things like that too.
Excellent. Now, I understand that the application process or applications are due soon. Can you tell us about the process?
Yeah, so you can apply online at the villagetheater.org website. So if you just go to our website, you can find the application link. It's all online, so artists are expected to fill out the application online, but if they have any difficulty or are having trouble, they can always contact me and I'm happy to help them out.
Excellent. Now, how many entries can artists submit?
I believe we can have up to 7 or 9. I'm not exactly, I don't remember for sure, but they have quite a few. Yep. And yeah, we typically get between 100 and 150 applicants each year.
Oh, wonderful. And then in terms of the application process, is there a fee to apply?
There is. There's a nominal fee. It's $20 per piece that you submit.
Oh, Excellent. Okay. So, in terms of this year's fine arts exhibition, who is your juror?
So Sam Connect is our juror for this year, and we're really excited to have him. Sam comes with over 40 years of teaching experience. He's taught at multiple colleges throughout the state. He is also a well-respected artist in his own right. He has recently won the Michigan Watercolor Best of Show for 2026, and has a beautiful piece that's currently on exhibit at the Ellis Art Museum. He also is well versed in landscape painting, plein air, oil, watercolor, just a wide variety. Also drawing. He's taught all of those as well.
Oh, I cannot wait to see what he curates in terms of what actually gets selected and then displayed. Now, when is the application, and then when will the exhibition run?
So the due date for the submission is August 10th. So it's coming up pretty quickly. So we encourage everyone to apply. If you have any trouble, ask us. And then the exhibition runs from September through October. And it will be on display in the gallery at Cherry Hill.
Wonderful. And then in terms of the award show, so you actually announced the best of show and some other prizes. Are there cash prizes again this year?
There are. It's just under $2,000 worth of awards that we give out to all the different entries that have one award that place in the award.
Oh, also very impressive. Now, what can you say to folks who have maybe thought about submitting an application but have never, taken that extra step? What words of encouragement can you tell them?
Oh, please do. We would love to see your artwork. Each year we have a different juror, so if you've applied in past years and maybe not been accepted, we have a different juror each year. So each juror has their own tastes and things that kind of appeal to them. So please, apply, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Now, what are the requirements in order to submit an application?
You need to be a Michigan resident. You need to be 18 and over. So we're looking for adult applicants. We're looking for Michigan residents as well. We are also looking for, we don't allow any AI generated images. These have to be original works of the artist. So when you apply online, it goes through all the requirements, and just make sure that you fulfill all those requirements. Again, really important that it's your original work. And if you have any questions, reach out.
Excellent. Now, speaking of call for artists, I understand that you have several others that are available. What can you tell us about those?
We do. So the 2027 gallery season at the Village Warehouse, the Village Arts Warehouse, is still open. That call for artists goes through August 15th, so similar time frame. So we're encouraging artists that might be interested in exhibiting. The exhibits are a month long throughout the season of 2027. We encourage you to apply. That one does not have a fee, but you're welcome to apply for both. And the only requirement is that you haven't exhibited there in the last 5 years, or at the Arts or at the Village Theater in the last 5 years as well.
Good to know. Now, in terms of the number of pieces, about how many pieces do they need in order to display there?
So what's fun about the gallery is we can exhibit it as a solo exhibit, but we can also match artists up. So they have that capability. If they're with a group, if they want to apply as a group, that's great. If they want to apply but don't necessarily want a solo exhibit, we can try to match them up with another artist that has a similar artwork. And it just makes for a really fun exhibit. We've done that several times this past season as well.
Oh, I bet. It sounds wonderful. Now, I know you oversee both galleries, one at the Arts Warehouse at Cherry Hill, and then also at the Village Theater at Cherry Hill. What can you tell us about those two galleries?
Well, it's really a lot of fun because we have 2 different venues. The theater, we have a lot of patrons that come in that are maybe there to see a show. Don't realize that we have a gallery there. So it's a really fun place for them to see somebody's artwork. They may be not necessarily looking for a gallery, but they come upon it and they're just really, really pleased with all the different collections that we have throughout the year. The Arts Factory is a really fun space as well. We have a lot of programming there, and a lot of families will be there too. So they may be visiting some of the other artist studios that are at the warehouse, and then they'll see the gallery too.
Oh, wonderful opportunities.
Mhm.
Now, in terms of business hours, so mostly at the theater, it's when the theater is open for business. Are there any other times set aside?
We have set box office and gallery hours, and those are Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then Thursdays and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And people are welcome to come at those times, but they're also welcome to come anytime the theater is open to the public. So if we have a public performance, it'll be open about an hour before a public performance, and they can check it.
Excellent. And then over at the Arts Warehouse, are there certain hours there?
Yeah, so that one is open from Monday through Saturday, and it's 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Excellent. Now, in terms of your exhibitions, I know you have an incredible eye and do a fabulous job of displaying those. How do you let artists know that these wonderful venues are available?
So we do have an Instagram account. We have our Facebook account as well. We have our cherry notes that come out through the township, and that's for the theater, but it also includes the art gallery. And then over at the Arts Warehouse, the Partnership for the Arts sends out e-blasts as well. And Facebook and Instagram too.
Excellent. All bases are covered then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of the monthly exhibits, I know a lot of times you will do special art workshops that kind of go with that theme. Can you tell us briefly about those?
Yeah, so we have some really fun ones coming up. We have several artists that are going to be offering these workshops. So we have June 26th, we have Dean Rogers. He was our Best of Show 2 years ago at the Fine Arts exhibition at the theater. And he is a colored pencil artist, and he is amazing. He's going to be teaching a colored pencil workshop on July 26th, and that's on Sunday. And he'll be covering all the techniques. But we also have returning artists for both locations. We have Rocco Pisto, who was our juror last year. He's going to be having an art workshop, an artist-led art workshop in October, and that'll be at the warehouse. We have Kathy Cousins, who is a jazz singer, but she's also an artist, and she's well known in the area. She's doing improvisations on canvas, so you'll be creating works of art while listening to jazz and just being free with improvisation on the canvas. And then finally we have Anthony Didakis, who is another, he's placed in different places through our fine arts exhibition as well. He's going to be offering an oil painting art workshop touching on his cloudscapes, which he had an exhibit earlier in the year. He was one of 3 artists that exhibited. He's an oil painter and just beautiful, beautiful work. So he'll be teaching at the theater, or at the gallery at Cherry Hill as well with that art workshop. And that one's in September, as well as Kathy's is in September. Rocco's is in October.
Oh, fabulous. Well, Jennifer, we are almost out of time, and you've covered so many topics here. Where can folks go for more information?
They can always visit our website, so villagetheater.org, or the Partnership for the Arts, the Village Arts Warehouse now, but I believe it's still under factory.
Jennifer, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us about all of these wonderful opportunities to view some high-quality fine art.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on Canton Contact.